Hey, this is David Murphy, and you're watching the Dom Natty Show.
Are you exclusively dating someone, or are you dating several women? Like, where are you at right now with your dating life?
Nobody exclusive. I will settle down with one very soon, very shortly, I think,
Okay. So,
but nobody exclusive.
so how many women are you talking to right now?
Maybe six.
Six women. Okay. Now, are all these women, are they from the States, or are you still looking overseas?
I'm still overseas. That's where I'm going to live. Um, I hope to leave the USA as soon as possible. As soon as I finish selling everything I have.
Okay, so you're talking to six different foreign women, right?
Yes.
Okay, and are from one specific country, or are they all over the world?
Yeah, it's Ukraine.
How is it talking to six different Ukrainian women? Are they wanting to get out, or are you trying to go over there?
Uh, well, they always prefer. I mean, I see somebody made a comment like, David's a player now. This is how you do it. This is how doing this kind of thing is done. And I've done this for 20 years. Um, but yeah, in the last, week, I really haven't I've only had small conversations with all of them, make sure they're okay. And last night I finally talked to the one I couldn't get a hold of. And she's okay. Just everybody's scared. Um, and they all seem to have food supplies, so we'll see how long it's going to be. Um, Somebody says, yet I've had no luck. I've had a lot of luck.
Yeah.
I've never ever been stood up on any date in my life.
Are you a player, David? Is that accurate? Do you think that you're a player?
No, I'm furthest thing from a player. But if you go overseas, that's how you got to do it.
You get accused of them using you for money or to get out of their country. I mean, is any of that true?
I've never given money to any of them. Even Lana. That was funny because Lana was asking me, oh, they're asking me like how much money you giving me. And now with Lana, I had a relationship, but not for 7 years, only like 2 years. And 2.5 of those 7 years, I didn't even talk to her. But um, she was saying they're asking me how much, and she asked me how much do you think it is, and I said, well, I think maybe 3,500, something like that, as I was just guessing off the top of my head. And she said, that much? So Alana didn't even really know. And if you add that up, I was adding it up, back of my hand, like $500 per year, because I've given her like Christmas gift of 100, birthday gift of 100, Valentine's Day 100, that kind of thing.
So you're saying that the most you've ever spent on someone was Lana, and it was about $3,500. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Over the course of, 7 years, I gave her gifts. I don't do that anymore. I just tell the girls, yeah, I just don't give anything, because they're asking for gifts. And if girls asking for gifts, then move on to the next girl, basically. So, I mean, I stopped talking to Lana about 8 months ago, except for, just recently in the last week or so, talked to I've talked to her to find out, if she was okay and to try and be safe. And she's just really upset that, the world wasn't helping at the time.
So you're saying that you spoke to Lana last week? Is that what you said?
Uh, the day before last
Oh, 2 days ago you spoke to Lana.
was the last time. Yeah.
Okay, and how does that conversation go? Like, there's no animosity, or like you're just checking to see if she's safe? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, I think that she hates me or she's really upset with me. But I don't think that, I mean, she'll get over it, I guess, eventually. She holds grudges for a long time, I guess.
Why does she hate you? Hate you for what?
Uh, I think because I literally just stopped talking to her. It was
You
cold turkey.
ghosted her.
Well, no, I would not say ghosting, because ghosting means that somebody's asking for a response and you refuse to give it back. I stopped talking to her. She also stopped writing back to me.
Okay, so she's upset at you for stop talking to her because you stopped talking to her. Is that's what you're saying?
Yeah, because I just literally disappeared on her. She's upset that I just stopped. I just dropped it like right in the middle of when we were planning for another trip. But the problem is she doesn't help plan the trip. And if I've got to be planning in the future, I've got to be planning like 10 trips at the same time. I just thought this isn't the girl for that because she can't even help me plan one trip.
If you guys had sex, were you intimate with her?
No,
No.
no, there's no time when you're filming. There's no time for dating or anything. Filming is a 12 hour a day job. And there was a point in the show where I said, I've been here like what, 8 days or whatever, and I've seen her like twice or something like that. And people are trying to put that together. They don't realize what's going on. Like, remember that when I went over there the second time, there were the hockey games. So that wasted 4 days that I didn't get to see her. And there was actually more reason to that, but I can't go into that, NDA stuff. But and then I got 2 days in a row with her. And then right after that, she was filming her interview, which for her was like 22 hours. It was crazy.
Yeah.
That's where that comes from. And I can't be there with her when she's filming her interview.
So you've been doing this for 20 years. I mean, are you saying that sex is not a part of it? It's just talking and going on dates, or
for the girls that I got engaged with? But yeah, I don't go over there for sex. No. So, people will accuse me of being a sex tourist. Well, to be a sex tourist, you kind of have to have sex. Well, no, I don't go over there specifically and have sex. Like some guys do. Some guys do. But I don't.
Are you saying you never have, or is it just?
No, I have, but those are girls I got engaged to.
Were you in love with Lana? Would you say that, or did you not fall in love with her?
No, not. If I had more time with her, yeah.
Would you ever consider getting back together with Lana?
No, I don't think so.
And you're not sleeping with anybody unless you're engaged to them.
I'm not that kind of person.
So you're going years without sex.
Yeah.
How long has it been since you had sex?
I think maybe 7 years now. I've given massages, and then the girl wants that to go further, and then they get pissed off when I don't. They get really mad. I haven't paid anybody ever for sex, never, ever, and I've never paid any of the girls you think I've paid.
Are you in love with Amira? Do you believe she's in love with you? Are you guys dating? What is the status there?
We're just hanging out. I mean, it's like actors get together. You wonder why. Well, actors always end up getting together. Well, 90 Day people get together, or other people from shows get together because they understand what's going on. None of the audience has any clue to what this thing is all like. Only us know, between us, what it's like, what's going on and how it was done. And so we have a natural commonality with that. And Amira is a lot of fun. Amira is a lot of fun.
But you're saying there's nothing romantic between you and Amira?
I'm not going to go any further than that on that.
You're not going to say if you and Amira are dating?
Well, we're not dating. We just hang out.
Are you guys living together? Are you living with Amira?
No.
Why are people under the impression that you and Amira are dating?
Amira told me I could never live in a motorhome. So I actually went and showed her what a motorhome looks like, what a modern motorhome looks like. And now she's like crazy about it. She says, oh, yes, I can live in this. So that was kind of funny. But then she said, you haven't ever seen me say anything, right? None of you guys have ever seen me say anything. But Amira did some posts, because Amira posts like every day. And she posted something like, can't wait for our road trip. And it was right around the time that the motorhome video came out. And so people had the idea that, oh, well, they're going to go travel in a motorhome. No, it was actually going to be traveling to somewhere else to meet somebody. So that was kind of funny what people say. So we just kind of went along with it. We've never said anything. People just do it. And it's basically,
okay.
Yeah, the people speculate.
So you did a live last month, and you said some things, so I just wanted to ask you to clarify. When you were referring to your time on the show, you said, quote, their story, not mine, end quote. And you also said, quote, I haven't agreed to doing some of the story. I haven't agreed to doing some of the stories that they have asked just because I think I know what they're going to do with it, end quote. So what do these statements mean? It was what we saw on TV not your story? Is that what you're saying?
You have to take it as I said it. I'm not going to elaborate anymore on that.
Was that out of context?
No,
No.
no. It's
Okay.
what it's.
You don't want to talk about it.
Well, NDA.
Okay. No, and I,
You know, when we talk to people, when I'm having arguments with people that are like arguing with me, I'm doing it with half my mouth tied behind my back, and they don't even understand that. So, it's almost impossible to have an argument with someone because my mouth is tied behind my back.
Are you planning on being on any 90 Day Fiancé shows in the future?
I'm sure they can use whatever footage I filmed that hasn't aired, but no.
You're done with the show, right?
My contract might be over. I'm not sure.
But would you want to be on another show, like The Other Way or Pillow Talk or anything?
No, I said that maybe I would do a show if it got all the way to the point of marriage, that maybe I would do that show. None of the 6 girls I'm talking to would want to be on camera on the first meeting. A couple would do it later, but none of them would want to be on camera on the first meeting. All those times that I said I went to meet Lana, they weren't to meet Lana. I was actually meeting somebody else. Yeah, Lana and one of them I almost got engaged to on that particular trip. But Lana was a friend. If people think about it, what was the very last thing you saw, the last scene you saw on the last final tell-all? It was me saying I never got stood up, and they left that in there. And that's absolutely true.
That's true. So Lana never stood you up?
Never.
That's what we were led to believe. So that was just all fake.
I can't elaborate on that.
If you had to date anyone from the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, who would it be?
I mean, the closest to anybody who kind of appealed to me is probably Varya from Russia, but I don't know where her head is at. Like the latest things that she's doing or been doing, I don't know where her head is at, which is kind of crazy. Actually, Amira's a lot of fun, but Amira's not, my type.
Why do you say Varya's head is at? What is it? What do you mean by that?
Oh, like, the stuff with Jeffrey and stuff. Like I was probably with Jeffrey a couple weeks before his trial, and he was really cool, really good guy. But, I don't know. I don't know him well enough to know all that stuff. And we kind of joked about it. Every time I'd watch Jeffrey doing lives and stuff, he was always basically plastered. He was always drunk, and that's what gets him in trouble. And when I was with him, he wasn't drinking. He didn't drink at all. Because I'm guessing it's real.
Do you have any opinion on whether or not Jeffrey was innocent or guilty? Or
I don't know that I would have, if I was on trial for something like that, if I would have done it the way that he did it. It just seems strange that he was actually up there. Like, it looked like he was defending himself, the few parts I saw. But, if the court found him guilty like that, obviously the girl's story was pretty strong.